I'm from Washington State originally. My parents were cattle ranchers. Grew up on a cattle ranch, so it was horseback riding and working the cattle with my father. And I moved to the East Coast to New York when I got a job at the Museum of Modern Art. My partner and I at the time rented a house in Southampton, and this was probably 35 years ago. And we didn't have a car. We just took the train, walked to the house, and then biked to the beach. And I became very smitten with, the beach scene. I've worked over the years with artists. I worked a lot with Europeans when I was at the Modern because performance artists would come to town and I started networking with them. I met all sorts of artists from all over the world.
Well, I grew up in the Midwest, St. Louis, and my mother and I used to garden all the time, and my dream was to own sort of an English cottage with a garden. The movie Howard's End motivated me, and I think gardening is all about cultivation, and you're cultivating things that are growing and changing, and you're rearranging and making it better, and I think that relates to real estate.
Well, I think that both Jack and I are excellent listeners, and I think it comes from the service industries that we have come from in the past.
What the service business taught both of us is to be intuitive. Because Cee is from the art world, I'm from the fashion world, we naturally draw a more tasteful audience.
We can be dealing with a buttoned-up hedge fund person, and we can be dealing with a musician.
These are owners of homes that have a sense of aesthetics, sense of design, because our stable of houses that we represent are often incredibly beautiful and special. They're not necessarily a McMansion. We recognize the needs of the people we're dealing with.
Jack especially helped me figure out what area I wanted to be in. The second I walked in and looked around, I knew it was the house for me, and every day I'm just thrilled with it.
We're the only team in the entire company, that's the city, Florida, and out here, that were formed as a team that work out of two separate offices. I work out of Sag Harbor office, and Jack works out of the Bridgehampton office. So he has the ears of all the brokers in that office, and I have all the ears of the brokers in our office, so we're getting information and spreading information about our listings and things to a very broad network of people.
We have been the top team on the East End for Corcoran for the last 10 years in a row. For 8 years we've been members of the President's Council, which is the top 40 brokers of the whole entire Corcoran company nationally. We've sold $500 million worth of real estate in the last 6 years. And we have the shortest time span in terms of when we list and when we sell. To be able to, provide that for them and create the right fit in an authentic way it's a winning formula.